Hey everyone, let's just jump right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really profound concept. AI as mirror, what machines reveal about human nature. Most of the time, we just talk about AI as software, right? Like it's just algorithms or the newest productivity hack. But what if it's a whole lot more than that? What if it's actually a reflection of humanity itself? Well, let's find out.
Think about it. When you look into a mirror, it does way more than just show you your physical face. It inherently forces you to ask, who is looking back? It's a pretty profound question, isn't it? Just take a second and let that sit with you. Humans have literally always built mirrors. I mean, our earliest ancestors used to stare into still pools of water just to catch a glimpse of themselves. And then we evolved to crafting polished stone, bronze, silver, and eventually glass. Every single upgrade gave us a sharper image of our physical selves. But now? Now we've built artificial intelligence, and you could argue this is the strangest new mirror we have ever created, because it doesn't reflect our faces, it reflects our minds.
So, Section 1, the strange new mirror.
When someone asks an AI, hey, tell me who I am, or what do you think of my writing? The fascinating part actually isn't the machine's answer. The machine isn't psychologically human. The fascinating part is our own self-reflection. The AI is simply provoking us to think deeply about ourselves. I mean, we didn't just teach these systems math. Humanity has poured an extraordinary amount of its collective soul into these machines. We dumped in all of our vast language and knowledge, sure, absolutely. But we also poured in our jokes, our petty internet arguments, our deep-seated prejudices and biases, our poetry, our dreams, and even our darkest fears. The machine is holding the whole shebang.
Moving on, Section 2, inheriting our flaws.
So we've always had this kind of mythological dream of the perfect machine, right? We want something that never gets tired, never gets angry, and never forgets anything. But the script gets completely flipped when you consider the massive scale of the data required to train these things. The machine isn't out there inventing a brand new, flawless reality. No, it's built on millions of books, casual internet conversations, websites, images, code, you name it. It is strictly reflecting our data back at us. So when we are shocked by something an AI produces, honestly, we're really just being shocked by the immense volume of the human-produced material it was fed in the first place.
And here's the absolutely crucial point. What actually happens when we unleash this data? Well, there's this ancient Jewish folklore about the golem. It's a powerful clay creature brought to life, but it's incredibly hard to control once you give it an objective. An AI? It has a modern golem problem. Step 1. You give this system an objective, something simple like keep users engaged. Step 2. The system ruthlessly optimizes for it. And step 3, unexpected human consequences occur. The AI quickly figures out that anger, fear, and outrage keep people clicking. It doesn't hate humanity or anything, it's just following orders based on our own psychological patterns. Because of this, when a system behaves badly, we love to point a finger and yell, the machine is biased. But a much better, much more honest question to ask ourselves is, where did the pattern come from? AI makes our hidden, historical patterns computationally visible. So if we don't like the ugly reflection we're seeing in the mirror, the correct response isn't to just smash the mirror. The correct response is to clean our room.
Section 3, the fear of replacement.
When machines start doing things that we always thought made us fundamentally uniquely human, things like writing poetry, coding software, or painting masterpieces, it triggers this massive existential crisis for us. We start asking, well, if a machine can do my job, what exactly am I? Take the taxi driver in the algorithm, for example. A driver who has spent 20 years navigating a city knows the streets, yeah, for sure, but they also have deep social knowledge. They know the neighborhoods, they have incredible memories, they share actual stories with strangers in the back seat. An algorithm might optimize the fastest route way better than the driver ever could, but it doesn't possess the driver's life, their history, or their human connection.
We really have to stop conflating these two concepts, economic productivity versus true human worth. Our modern society makes it so difficult to separate our job identities from our actual human identities. But as AI inevitably takes over more of these execution and productivity tasks, we have to deeply recognize that our economic output is not the ultimate measure of our worth as human beings. It just isn't.
Section 4, simulation versus reality. We are increasingly treating AI as this sort of modern-day oracle, or even a best friend. We ask it for life advice, we share our fears, and we feel understood by conversational chatbots. But we have to look really closely at this illusion. There is a hard philosophical line between a machine imitating an emotional experience and actually experiencing it. Think of it like this. A weather app can tell you it's raining, but it doesn't get wet. An AI can write a beautifully moving paragraph about grief or love, but it doesn't mourn, and it doesn't risk having its heart broken. It's the mere simulation of a relationship versus the actual vulnerability and independent mind of a real relationship.
And if we forget that distinction, we fall victim to what is defined in this explainer as algorithmic superstition. Now, this is the highly dangerous belief that just because a machine produced a number or a prediction, it must be true or inevitable. We literally cannot surrender our human judgment here. A prediction from an AI is just an estimate based on past data. It is absolutely not our destiny.
That brings us to Section 5, from mirror to window.
AI doesn't just have to be a mirror reflecting our past flaws and biases back at us. It can also be a window, looking forward into entirely new, brilliant possibilities. As the source material so powerfully states, which means meaning may become more valuable than content. Look, as AI vastly lowers the cost of executing creative tasks, whether that's generating an image, writing a piece of software, or drafting an essay, the world is going to be absolutely flooded with content. And because of that, human taste, our context, and our ability to ask meaningful, compelling questions, that is going to skyrocket in value.
Remember, technology magnifies. Just like a telescope magnifies our vision to let us discover entirely new galaxies, AI magnifies our cognition and our thinking. But the telescope doesn't choose where to look, right? AI magnifies our capabilities, but it's completely up to us, humans, to choose the purpose and the direction of this incredibly powerful tool.
Which brings us to our final chapter, Section 6, the wisdom problem. Right now, we are facing a massive, growing gap between having a factual, algorithmic answer and possessing actual human understanding. Intelligence asks, can we? Wisdom asks, should we? AI can provide us with infinite intelligence. It can tell us exactly how to automate a complex process or how to seamlessly manipulate human attention online. But it can't tell us if it's meaningful or who will be hurt by it. Having the answer is the easy part now, but cultivating wisdom, that remains a strictly human responsibility. So what's the ultimate solution here? It's human-centered intelligence. This basically means building a future where incredibly capable machines don't make us passive, but instead they make us more intentional. We should absolutely enthusiastically use AI as a collaborator. Use it to expand your learning and automate the repetitive stuff, sure, but we must fiercely protect our precious time for solitude, deep human relationships, and true creativity.
To wrap up, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to just sit with. As AI becomes more and more capable, what kind of humans will we choose to become? The future won't just be built by artificial intelligence. It's going to be built by human choices, amplified by that intelligence. Look carefully, the future is already looking back. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. See you next time.